Volkert, can you give me an update on the rocket demonstration plant, how it's going?
Yeah, sure. We just opened that one. It is now operational a couple of months. We got already the first good product out of it. It's at a 100 to 300 ton scale right now, and we are sampling customers. A couple of them already very important ones with key applications, and we are waiting for their feedback. So far it looks quite positive.
Okay. Can you just give us a bit of background on what it's producing and what it's going to be used for?
Well, it's going to be used in materials, that's the main opportunity, but also to create a number of other derivative chemicals, and next to that some existing markets like acidulants, pharma block, so things that we were already doing. But I think the main excitement is here really around new materials.
Okay. What's the timetable for scaling it up? What decisions have to be made?
I think during this year we will probably get a lot of feedback, and based upon that we will have to make decisions about how quickly this can be scaled up, where it will be scaled up. I think Asia is going to be a very important market for this, so most likely you would see some expansions in that region to happen and announced this year.
So it would be development in Asia rather than Europe for upscaling?
I think for the materials, for sure, that is most likely to happen, because that is where people have already invested a lot of money in materials using succinic. There are also opportunities to really replace other diacids by succinic, and that could also be in Europe and the United States. When it comes to chemicals, so making other building blocks out of succinic, then I think also the US is a very likely market. But that is probably something that will materialize somewhat later.
When you say materials, what do you mean by materials?
Basically bio-based plastic, so alternatives for PET, that kind of thing. You can use it in all kind of applications, so you know it's really very broad where it can be used, but it is really an alternative. It's a green alternative, but it also in many situations has superior quality.
Okay, and then just turning to Europe, what needs to be done to stimulate the biochemical industry in Europe more?
I think for Europe there is a lot at stake here. Europe currently has the biggest chemical industry worldwide, but it is all petro-based, so we need to kind of move into a situation of bio-based. There Europe doesn't have a good starting point, simply because the supply is not that great. So I think what is important for Europe is first of all to safeguard a good supply, an international supply, allow that to happen from countries like Brazil in particular, but then also to really support the products out of this, create consistency for the future, so that people can really rely long term on these things, because these are very high risk investments. And then secondly, really help to support the basic investment that needs to be done to really demonstrate that this is going to work.
Is that going to require more coordinated state support, would you say?
I think absolutely at European Union level that has to be done, because I think when countries, there are certain countries that actually help in that, have been very helpful in the past, but in the end if you compare it to what the United States can do, the only way this will work is at European Union level, I'm sure.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay.